it's Testimony Tuesday, and I'm really glad to be here and talk with you. Kind of tell you a little about who Raese Simpson is. I was born here in St. Louis in the year 1939. We'll have if you calculate the numbers, we'll have our 82nd birthday in about a week and a half. So I'm one of the older guys around. Back in when I was growing up as a kid, I remember, believe it or not, having blackout curtains in my home with air raid drills here in St. Louis. There was out in Gumbo, Missouri, there was a German prisoner of war camp. That's now Chesterfield Valley. So those are some of the things that I was around when I was a boy. We didn't have TV till we were about 10 or 12 years old, and things were a little bit different back then. Right after the war, we moved to Washington, D.C. My dad worked in the Rural Electric Association, and for about a year, then we moved to Oconto, Wisconsin, where he worked on a hydroelectric power dam. And I spent third grade in Oconto. One thing that happened in Oconto was my mom thought we ought to start going to church. And so we ended up going to a Presbyterian church up there. It was a godly Presbyterian church. And I remember doing some memory work, and it was a good time. Then we came back to St. Louis, started fourth grade back in St. Louis, and we lived very close to Memorial. If you don't know where Memorial is, it's on Skinker Road, and for a better description, it's south of Del Mar. So that you might know where that is. I was able to walk to Memorial, and I'll tell you what, I had godly Sunday school teachers. I was really faithful in going to the church. I'm going to say their name because one is Ruth Kennedy and the other is Harold Bowerman. And one day I'll see these guys, and I'll tell you what, I owe so much to going to Sunday school and those teachers. I met with the session when I was about 12 years old, and committed my life to Christ before them at that time. I wanted to go to the Naval Academy. I'd always had a desire to go to the Naval Academy. And so I joined the Naval Reserves. I enlisted as an enlisted guy, went to boot camp in a place called Bainbridge, Maryland. And then that enabled me to take a competitive exam to get into the Naval Academy. So I didn't need any fancy appointments from Congress or anything like that. I got in by taking that competitive exam. I graduated in 1961 from the Naval Academy. I have to say, during the Navy, there was really not a whole lot of religious contact, of church contact. Our ship didn't qualify for a chaplain, so we had no chaplain on board. I got out of the Navy after about 4 years after graduating from the Naval Academy, moved back to St. Louis. I married a girl from here, and even though we had 4 children together, it was never really a great marriage, and she really wanted out of the marriage. And so the marriage did end. I met Ann in 1988. We were married on April 1st of 1989, so we're coming up on 32 years of marriage, and it was it was April 1st, and we've been fooling each other ever since. It's been a great time. When we got back to St. Louis, I know we needed to go to a church, and the family needed a church. And so we looked around and tried a couple of places. I had some guys take me under their wing that were with Christian Businessmen Committee, and really got back to where I knew I needed to be with the Lord. And we finally settled on Covenant Presbyterian Church on Ballas Road. And then some guy by the name of Ed Kleinman introduced me to another guy named Thurman Williams. And we talked, and I felt that the Lord was just leading me here. One can go back and look at your life, and you think of all the things that you shouldn't have done and you should have done, but I felt all through my life the Lord has really guided me and leading me, and He really wanted me here. I don't know all the reasons why. I've made a lot of friends. You guys have loved us here, which has just really, really been special. And Ann feels loved here. I mean, just the other day, she got a call from Stephanie Miller. She was so appreciative of that. So you guys have loved us an awful lot. I'm just excited about this ministry, and I think that I can know going forward. I can see Thurman's plans for going forward and reaching into North St. Louis. So we're really excited about that, and just hope to help in any way we can. I thought I'd just maybe close with this verse, and it's from Amos 4:13. For behold, He who forms the mountains and creates the wind and declares to man what is His thought, who makes the morning darkness and treads the heights of the earth. The Lord, the God of hosts, is His name. Thank you, guys. Love to be with you.